This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
I'm Roby Brock. Welcome to this edition of Talk Business and Politics Daily. We appreciate you joining us. The governor is very close to getting one of her major legislative accomplishments through and to her desk. It deals with maternal health. We'll talk about that. Plus, we'll be joined by Auditor of State Dennis Milligan, a bill that is also on the governor's desk, could put money in your pocket. Stay tuned for today's Talk Business and Politics Daily.
Talk Business and Politics Daily is sponsored in part by Impact Management Group and
Power. It's right there, waiting, ready to go when you are. Connect this, click that, unconnect and go every day. Delivered by your electric cooperative. Each unique, always united, and completely local. Born from a mission to provide dependable, sustainable, and affordable power to every corner of Arkansas. And delivering on that promise for a brighter Arkansas every day. It's the local hometown cooperative way. Better connected. Together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Well, there was some legislative action today, despite the inclement weather that was threatening, and the legislature is planning on staying in town to conduct their business. Here's a brief rundown of some things on the move. The governor's $45 million maternal health care package has cleared both chambers of the Arkansas legislature and sits on her desk for signature. The governor scheduled a bill signing for 1 p.m. on Thursday. One might expect that that's what it is. The two Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies bills will tackle a variety of issues related to pregnancies and births, including presumptive eligibility for pregnant women in the state's Medicaid program, unbundling and increasing payments for pre-birth checkups and deliveries, and creating more access to maternal health care through doulas, community health workers, and telemedicine. We've also had time to digest the Access Act, which deals mostly with higher education changes, but some K through 12 issues too. Senate Bill 246 by Senator Jonathan Dismang, Republican of Searcy, and Representative Matthew Shepard, Republican of El Dorado, would change the higher education funding formula. Beginning in 2026 to 2027, the model would incorporate a return on investment metric that's aligned with the state economic and workforce needs. Higher education institutions could lose state funding for more than a fiscal year if they violate the law's ban on preference programs based on personal characteristics such as race and gender, or if they compel students to adopt a particular belief. And of course, you can keep up with stories like these daily at our website at talkbusiness.net. When we come back, we'll be joined by Auditor of State Dennis Milligan. He is on the verge of having the governor sign a bill that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. We'll explain when we come back.
Talk Business and Politics Daily is sponsored in part by Capital Advisors Group and
in the Navy, I train recruits. At Walmart, I recruit veterans. So many veterans have built their careers here.
Served in the Army for 11 years. I was promoted 4 times. Been with Walmart 9 years. I've been promoted 5 times.
I started as an hourly associate, and now I run the store.
430,000 veterans hired in the last decade. That's more than serving in the U.S. Navy today. There's no better place for veterans to work.
Connection. It's the heart of what we do. It's why we work to better the communities where we live and work. It's why we're expanding to get people connected and create digital equity programs that support affordable internet and digital literacy. We're leaders for positive change. From the way we empower our people, clients, and communities to the way we care for our planet. We live our values every day. We're Cox Communications, and we're pleased to connect with you.
Joining me now, Arkansas's Auditor of State, Dennis Milligan. Always good to catch up with you. I saw you in the governor's office a couple of days ago. It's nice to see you again.
Well, again, I told you we're going to stalk you until you let me share some good news about being from the government and here to help.
There's always good news in the government, Auditor, is always good news. How is it going in the new office? Tell me a little bit. You got about 2 years under your belt here. How are you feeling about things?
We do. I feel fantastic, Roby. We, quite frankly, the numbers don't lie. We've been, as the auditor for 2 years, we've probably returned more money to Arkansans than any other auditor, at least in the last 10 years. And of course, that's my motivation, is to get this unclaimed property that we're going to be talking about back to Arkansans.
What do you attribute that success to? What's made it, what's helped you over the last 2 years get more of it returned?
Well, I'm just a proactive. I mean, my career was running my small business for some 37 years. And quite frankly, a business doesn't last unless you're making a profit. And the only way, the mentality wise, that I bring to the table here and as the former treasurer of state and now the auditor is to produce positive results.
Let's talk about Senate Bill 14. It's on the governor's desk. Presumably will be signed into law shortly. It deals with unclaimed property and the great Arkansas treasure hunt, although it doesn't say that by name. But tell us a little bit about what Senate Bill 14 does.
Roby, one of the things we discovered, and look, I'm not afraid to learn from my fellow auditors, and the time I was treasurer of our treasurers around the country, 23 other states have put this, what we call data match program, into effect. And what it simply does, look, I have $400 million to return to Arkansans. It's their money. And so we look for a way that we could help to make this go, I guess, in a faster way. And so with Senate Bill 14, if I owe you between $50,000 and $5,000 through the data match program, I can send you a check without you having to do anything. So we have some 360,000 Arkansans that may be set to get some good news in the mail.
If you want to send me $5,000 without me having to do anything, I can make some arrangements for that. So let's back up. Let's back up just a little bit. Tell everybody kind of what unclaimed property is and how that process works. I think
yes, I'm sorry. Unclaimed property, Roby, it comes from any number of different things. It can come from inheritance. It can come from old utility bills. It can come from insurance premium returns. It can come from insurance policy returns. And not only do we handle money, but every day around the state, they are also drilling safety deposit boxes because they've been determined to be abandoned. So I also have physical things in our vault, from Rolex watches to jewelry to war medals, a signed Babe Ruth baseball. And we think it's authentic.
Oh, wow.
So that's where the property comes from. We've amassed $400 million. 1 in 4 Arkansans are owed money, and we've done the very best we possibly can to let people be aware of it, and the well fills back up every night.
It sounds like you're operating a pawn shop. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I've actually been the beneficiary before. I had an insurance premium that I had moved, and my forwarding address did not get it to me. This was several years ago, and I think I had a whole whopping $39 returned to me, but it was my money, as you said. So
that's
one of the reasons why some people can lose this money in transition. So.
And that's the beauty of the data match program. I have everyday people tell me, Dennis, you owe me $22, you owe me $56, you owe me $105. And I just don't have the time to try to go through but listen, the unclaimed property Great Arkansas Treasure Hunt is alive and well. Just because we're doing this program, you can still go to claimitar.gov, follow the prompts, and we'll get you a check in the mail. But this way, it's going to kind of force the issue. And we're talking $83 million, Roby, that can be potentially in the next few months put into our economy.
Well, you will be very beloved if you return money to people without asking when they didn't even know that they might even be owed it. So it's a good program. This is a good change. I look forward to seeing it in action. Hopefully you'll track some statistics on it and maybe share with us in a few months how successful this new effort has been. Will you do that?
I will, and again, thank you for allowing me to be on your show so that I can help you have a lot of viewers, and this is a means of us being able to get the word out.
Yeah, one more time, what's the website people need to go to check to see if they have a claim?
claimitar.gov. That's claimitar.gov. Follow the easy prompts, and maybe I've got some money waiting for you.
All right. He's Dennis Milligan. He's Arkansas's Auditor of State. Good to catch up with you. Appreciate it, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
That's all for today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. I'm Roby Brock. Thanks for joining us.